if you saw my meatloaf video that I put out, this right here, that is the meatloaf. You're probably wondering how I did those mashed potatoes. You saw them as the side there, you heard me talking about them the whole time, but here, I'm gonna show you how we do these. About 3 pounds of red potatoes here. We're gonna get to work on these bad boys. That's really all you need. I'll show you how we dress them when we put them into the pot after they get boiling, but for now, we're gonna start by peeling these potatoes up. So come on a little bit closer, guys. Let's take a look at the table. Guys, this is super simple. This is one of my other tried and true recipes. This whole meal is tried and true. So, first things first, let's peel some potatoes here. I got about 3 pounds of potatoes here. It's plenty for 2 people. So I'm gonna start peeling them. Don't even need to really have these because they're small enough on their own. And there's really 2 different ways I like to do potatoes. I usually always use reds. You can use russets as well too. I love to use reds. They just get really creamy when you whip them up. And I either like to do A, roasted garlic, Parmesan mashed potatoes, or I'll do B, which is a nice like French onion potato kind of is what it is. Today we're going to do the French onion potato because I've done the roasted garlic potato a bunch recently just between cooking at home and things I haven't filmed. But today is going to be the French onion and it's going to be delicious. It's the way my mom taught me. So, staying tried and true to mommy's recipe here. Oh. Peeled potatoes. And now we're going to take these potatoes here. We're just going to cover them with some water. Ooh, Mrs. Onion's taking a shower right now, so she might feel this. Sorry. Sorry. Perfect. You want to cover these just so they're submerged. That's really all you need as far as potatoes boiling go, just like that. So those can sit and wait to be boiled until you're ready to put them on the stove and get them boiling. With the water in there, keeps them from oxidizing, so they stay fresh until you're ready. They're good for a bit, so don't worry about it if you feel like you need a rush. So I got these over a nice high flame here. I'm gonna get these up to a nice roaring boil and just let them go. They'll be ready when they're fork tender. The best way to get a boil going here is lid up the top. We're rolling. If you saw that meatloaf video, you're probably wondering what that really nice cabbage green was looking like on my plate there too. Tell you, cabbage seems pretty daunting to start with. If you do it the way I do it, it turns out awesome. Alright guys, this is super simple. For some crispy Cajun cabbage here, we got a nice head of cabbage that we got earlier from the store. You were there. And we got just my favorite Cajun seasoning from Barbell and just some oil. That's really all it's going to be. This is going to be so easy. So in order to make cabbage steak wedges, just cut a big old head of cabbage right in half. Leave the stem on the bottom or the root or whatever it is. And you're going to need a sharp knife for this because these are hard to cut. So just be careful. Oh man, I should use a bigger knife, huh? I should. There we go. There. Okay, some cabbage steaks. Dry sheet tray, some parchment paper. Just gonna lay these out. Take your oil and just give whatever you want a good dose. Flip them right over the top. So be liberal because this cabbage will soak it all up. It's like a sponge for flavor. And these will roast beautifully, get some nice browning color on that from all the Cajun seasoning. And these are going to come out great. Nice, real nice, healthy option for a side. The summertime, anytime really. Cabbage is great. So you get in there, all the nooks and crannies. That's beautiful. See that? Perfect. crispy Cajun cabbage, guys. Super simple, super easy to make. This is gonna go in the oven at 400, probably for about a half hour, 45 minutes or so. And we're gonna be rolling here, guys, so in it goes. Our potatoes are done here. You know they're done because the fork just goes right on through. They're all close to falling apart. We want these to be super soft so they whip up perfectly. Key, nice little tip for making mashed potatoes or anything really, just save some of the starchy water because that'll help, get in there. That'll help if you don't want to use cream or anything like that. That'll help get it nice and creamy while you're in there and everything like that too. So with that said, let me take this over here. We're gonna drain these puppies out. We're gonna grab some stuff for the mashed potatoes here. Like I said earlier, there's two ways I like to do mashed potatoes. It's either gonna be the roasted garlic mashed potatoes, roasted garlic parmesan mashed potatoes, or French onion mashed potatoes. And today we're doing the French onion mashed potatoes. Bison French onion dip is part of the French onion mashed potatoes. Chives, because that's pretty much an onion in itself. It gives a nice oniony flavor. And we're gonna need a little half and half. If you're dairy free or you're vegetarian, you go ahead and use oat milk. I love using oat milk in mashed potatoes. It makes it just as creamy, and that's where that potato water comes in handy as well too. We got French onion dip, we got half and half, we got chives. About a stick of butter we're gonna throw on these potatoes as well too. Creamy, rich, delicious, perfect complement to the meatloaf and to our crispy Cajun cabbage that we got going in the oven right now. All right guys, so the potatoes are ready to go. What I like to do, you can use a good old fashioned potato masher if you have one. I have a potato ricer, it makes my life easy. It's basically just, you did this earlier too.
So thirsty.
It's basically just a big old garlic press, but for potatoes. So why don't you come in here? Let's get you going. So put in one of these nicely cooked potatoes. Right on through. Makes light work. Just like that, guys. You got yourself some finely mashed potatoes. Now this is going to make it so much creamier, so much more rich, and easier to mix up. You don't have to waste all your time mashing. Look how easy that is. So, press those. We got to get our chives ready here. Really easy. I'm going to do this, all of these chives. It's about a 1/4 ounce, 7 grams of chives. And we're just going to chop these up real thin, or real small, real simple. Okay, perfect. And in those potatoes, we're gonna put about a whole stick of butter. This is about a 1/4 pound, it's about a cup of butter. It's gonna go right in there. Always add more if you want more butter. This will be about a 1/4 cup of that potato water that I saved, about 2 ounces or 2 tablespoons. Beautiful. And then we're gonna do probably about a half cup of half and half. Half cup of half and half. About a 1/4 cup of French onion dip. A few hearty grinds of fresh cracked pepper. A few good pinches of salt. Probably about a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half, tablespoon of salt. Boom. Oh yeah, look how easy it is just to stir all that up. This crispy Cajun cabbage wedges came out really nice here. That's all you want. Super simple, lots of good color on them. Those are gonna be awesome. Oh yeah, guys, these potatoes are just absolutely phenomenal. French onion potatoes to go with our meatloaf here. If you've seen that meatloaf video, this is how I do these potatoes. These potatoes you can't miss with. You can go with any dinner, steak, chicken, pork, whatever you want. Give these a little taste. Check that out. That is beautiful. Oh, they're perfect. Perfect, creamy, no lumps because I use that ricer. It gets everything perfectly smashed through. Less work, my arm doesn't hurt because I'm not smashing for 10 minutes. I'm gonna get full if I stand here eating these all day. Hey, thank you for watching and checking out this video. Sunny Mike Media. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We just went hard on some French onion mashed potatoes over here. Going with our meatloaf, our crispy Cajun cabbage. If you saw that video, this is how I do those potatoes, guys. Check it out. Ah, so damn good.